you ever wonder why black men don't travel as much as black women? Because I don't never see no black men in men's groups on vacation. It's always a girls group. They just here because the girl is funding the trip. The men's we do see be on vacations and they look miserable. I mean, irritated. That's like blink twice if you need help. I genuinely wonder, like, were they cheating and this is like a makeup vacation, or is it just like a birthday? It just looked like the man is doing it out of like regret, or I don't know. The only country I be seeing men travel to together is like Colombia. I went to Colombia, there was a bunch of guy groups, but that still is just so suspect in itself because you know why they there. You know why they in Colombia and DR. Aside from that, I'm like, y'all want to see more than DR and Colombia? I mean, come on now. You can get a travel agent. I know men aren't that like into planning. Just hire somebody. No, ain't all y'all ain't broke. I know some of y'all got passports. Where are the men's travel group?
This is the Political Brown Kid. And for those who are familiar with my channel, you know that I have already talked about this to the point of ad nauseum. This whole travel thing. I've been the first person I think to talk about it. I'm not going to say the first person, but I've openly talked about this and emphasized this on my channel. Go look at my videos. I literally did a video. It's probably an hour long. Go look back in my archives. I definitely encourage people to look at my archives because my archives has a lot of videos that no one really looked at, but there's good content, good information. But again, when your channel is young and new, no one goes to the old stuff. They just start with the new stuff and continue to work forward. But go back to the old stuff. I did a video, 50 something minutes, maybe over an hour long, showing women's dating profiles in the type of stuff that they type in their dating profile. One of the things I emphasized in that video was women requiring, and not even just specifically women, I'm talking about sisters, because once again, and this is no bash to black women, it's just that that's what I look for. I'm not looking for white women. I'm not looking for Asian women. I don't care anything what they do. I don't care about their dating problems. I don't care. The white man's problem is not my problem. Nothing against Asian people, but that's just, I'm not looking in their space. I'm looking in our space. And what I see are a bunch of sisters posting stuff online, and they're obviously influenced by Jay-Z song lyrics. At least that's what I know. I don't know what these new rappers are talking about stamps in your passport. Everyone thinks that it's cool and thinks that some man is going to date you and that you're going to date some guy and he's going to jet off to you after knowing you for only 1 month, 3 weeks, 6 months, and he's going to spend $1,000 something, $2,000 something to fly somewhere halfway across the world with you. When we don't even really like doing that when we were married. Trust me, I've been married for a while, now divorced. My buddies, they're still married. And when I talk to my buddies, I'm going to answer this lady's questions right up front. We're right in this video right now. The most time, the reason why men don't like to travel is because of this. At least my crew. I can't speak for other men. I'm going to only speak for my crew. We're busy working. And I'm not trying to say that that's good, bad, right, or wrong. But it is what it is. Men, at least the men I know, we are pretty boring. Pretty boring. We work, we come home, we don't like to be bothered. We don't even like to be bothered with our own friends. We like, I'll see you when I see you. I saw you last week. I don't need to see you for another 2 weeks. And then I'll see you again. We're going to hug. I'm going to tell you I love you. We're going to smile and we're going to have fun, but we're going to have a little catch-up dinner or whatever, or we're just going to catch up and hang out. And then we're going to go our separate ways for a couple of weeks. Men are not going to get together and call other men and be like, hey man, let's all go travel together. It just doesn't sound, that just isn't that's not what we do. It's really not. And to be honest with you, men, we really don't plan a lot of stuff. We do stuff on the fly. We shoot from the hip. That's why when you hear women complaining that men don't plan dates, men don't do this, men don't do that, and they're right. The women are right, but it's just men aren't going to sit down and make reservations for this, reservations for that. The only thing we may plan is if there's a concert or a play or a football game, basketball event, If there's an event, of course you have to plan for that because it happens during a specific period of time. But other than that, we're not just going to plan trips. That's the number one thing. And we're not going to travel together. So she's asking, why aren't men traveling together? My girls are traveling. Women do that stuff. Women go to Sunday brunch every Sunday. They have to go to brunch together. And I'm not saying that that's good, bad, right, or wrong. I'm just saying women, the one thing that I do admire and respect about women is they're the glue to socialization. They're the glue to families staying together. I've already told you all about the matriarchy. The matriarchy exists, not the patriarchy. They're the glue that keeps the family together. They're the glue that keeps friendships together. They are big on friendships and fellowship. Men aren't about that. Men are isolationists, most men. Most of us are. If you're relying on a man to plan Thanksgiving dinner for all of y'all in the United States, if you're relying on a man, I'm talking to the women now, if you're relying on a man to plan Thanksgiving dinner, you're not going to eat and no one's going to show up but you and whomever else lives in that house. Because men aren't going to place that call to gather people to come through. We just don't galvanize like that. So that hopefully answers one question of hers. The other question too, or my response is, like I said, men, we really don't like to travel. Not to say that we don't have time, because like I said, me and all of my friends, we're in very good jobs. We have very good jobs. But we just are about making money doing other kind of stuff. And unfortunately, it's not like we all own our own company where we can travel the world and do this, that, and the third, but we earn very good pay. And then once you're done with that, then you take occasional trip here and there, but we're not trying to be out and about. And then also too, when you have to plan a trip, especially when you're planning a trip with a female, if a man goes on a trip, he typically likes to travel by himself because you can travel light. And what I mean by traveling light is, well, man, we're going to have we may not even have a suitcase, a whole suitcase. We might have a carry-on bag because we know all I need, I can keep 2 pair of jeans, and I can rock these pair of jeans, 2 pair of shorts, and I'm going to get this. I may need some swim trunks. I may buy those when I get there. And all I need is a bunch of t-shirts because it's going to be hot, so I'm going to be in t-shirts all day. And that's all I need for the trip. So his bag, number one, he's going to travel light because he got a light bag. And what I also mean by traveling light is if you travel by yourself, the fewer and fewer people you have in your crew, the fewer stuff that you have to plan to get together. It's less stuff that you have to coordinate. So if you're just traveling by yourself, you can move however you want to move, whenever you want to move. Picture this, go to dinner by yourself and picture you ordering your own food, paying for your own bill and leaving. And then picture you going to dinner with 20 other people or 19 other people, and then y'all trying to figure out how this bill gonna be split up or who owe what and who owe this and who owe that. That's kind of similar to how the travel experience is for us. We can travel by ourselves, we're good. But when you do have a family, if you have a significant other, a partner, um, and if you also have kids, this is what I hear from my partners and also from myself when I was in a relationship, is that it's sometimes annoying. I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta sit there, and because the woman plans, she wants to do everything. Like my buddy, he literally told me this. He said, man, you know me, I just like to go to the beach. He literally said this. He said, I like to just go to the beach. I like to sit in the hotel room, read my book, and just look out at the ocean. And then he like, man, and you know, so-and-so, all she want to do is she want me to plan this. She want me to go here. She want me to go there. And I just want to be left alone. And that's literally, and when he said that, I understood it. I'm like, I'm with you. Because when I was in my relationship, that's what I did. I'm like, I got us to the destination. Well, I didn't get us, I came to the destination with y'all. I'm good. I want to sit here and I just kind of want to just chill out, maybe sit by the pool, sit at the beach, and then I'm going to come back in. But then all of these excursions, women want to be like, I want to take this excursion. I want to take that excursion. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then they're looking at you for leadership. Like, what are we going to do today? So what you got planned for us today? And it's like, man, I thought I was on vacation, but I got to think. I thought I could turn my brain cells off. But now my brain cells have to be on because now I have to plan her trip and make her have fun. I literally had a female friend do this. She went on vacation. This her boyfriend at the time was nice enough to take her on a vacation. And mind you, this woman was breaking up with this dude. She literally said, "I'm breaking up with him, but I'm not going to do it until so and so." And I was like, "Man, that's cold," because you wanted to get a free trip out of this guy. She literally was complaining, calling me, texting me while she's on vacation, complaining because he didn't want to do anything but sit by the pool, and she wanted to explore and do this and do that and do all this other kind of stuff. That's why we, in a way, don't like to travel. And that's why she sees those guys walking around looking so miserable, because the guy can't rest. We just do things different. And it's not that women are better or men are better, it's just we do different stuff. So that's my answer to her. But the thing that I find disturbing, and I probably should have put this in the front, so hopefully people are still stuck around. But the thing that I find disturbing is this. We always make things into a black women do this and black men do that. And I'm seeing a lot of the content from black women basically trying to make it seem like black men are broke, black men are boring, black men are gay, black men are this, black men are that. And all it does is when other women are in the algorithm and they're just getting this content and they're getting this validation from several different sources, all it does is validate and say, well, why am I going to date a black guy? Trust me, white guys do the same thing. I got white partners on my job. I'm telling you, we all say the same. When it comes to traveling, a lot of times we just don't want to be bothered. It just is what it is. And I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm not sorry. But it is what it is. The unfortunate part about it is that the black women are trying to equate just boringness, brokenness, ignorance, and all of these other negative adjectives with black men. And it's just simply not the case. She even hinted that, can we afford to travel? Yes, we can. And the unfortunate thing too about her situation is, and I'm not going to assume that I make more than her or whatever the case may be. But I am 45. She looks maybe like she's younger than that. But the thing is that these women will waste their money just to say that they're better than other people. They'll travel and spend thousands of dollars just to say that they went to, it's always got to be someplace fly, Saint Tropez, Dubai, France. They're always having to take a luxury trip, and they just go in debt. And these people are probably only making $60,000 a year, maybe 70, maybe 70. And even if you make 100,000, trust me, I keep telling y'all, $100,000 is not enough money. Trust me, I'm telling y'all from experience. Because I'm not gonna say what I make, but trust me, I've heard somebody on the internet say you need about $300,000 to be comfortable. And I even heard Grant Cardone, because I love Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone says you need about $450,000 to, he said, I don't know how people can live off $400,000 a year. And Grant Cardone is almost right. I mean, I think $300,000 you can be comfortable. You can be decent, but you can't afford nothing in this economy off of $100,000. And you probably have no business taking a travel trip. You should be traveling locally, maybe visiting, within your country. When I say locally, you should be or should I say nationally? You should be traveling nationally. Visit some places here in the States. If you're in the States, if you're, of course, in other countries, visit other places in your respective country and get to know those places. Because I'm going to tell you something, the crepes here are going to taste the same as the crepes over there. Maybe they're a little bit different, but crepes are crepes. If you don't know the difference, you don't know the difference. You're going on travel for what? If the ocean's blue in one spot and you've been there one time, why do you need to go to 4 or 5 different oceans and beaches just so you can experience the same blue water that you already swam in last year and the year before last? I don't understand. You're going to go shopping. You can go shopping where you live at in your own hometown. I'm pretty sure every state, you may live in a little country bumpkin place, I don't know, but you can travel to your next big city, because every state, if I'm speaking of the United States now, but everybody has a luxury mall or luxury shopping somewhere nearby where you can buy probably the same stuff that you would get from someplace else. Could you get it cheaper if you went someplace else? Possibly, but then you have to factor in the travel cost that you went over there to get just to purchase this good. But I just don't understand why these people think that spending their money every year just to do something different, just for them not to remember when they pass away and cross over into the netherworld. I don't understand why these people think spending their money is in that manner just to take a trip every year. I hear some people tell me that they got to travel. One woman told me she travels every month. I was like, where are you going? What are you doing? Literally told me she likes to travel every month. And then on the same breath told me she wants a soft life. I don't make this stuff up. So why don't you stop traveling? If you save your money and if you do proper investments, you can probably fire, get, financially independence, retire early. You can fire, you can retire early and you can save up money or you can plan for your future. But people think that just traveling and seeing the world and just being a boss chick and all this other stuff, it gives you a flex. And then they use it just to say, I'm better than you. That's the part that really ticks me off. It's like they just want to travel to say that I'm better than you. And then they make these type of videos. I'd like to see what home you live in. So maybe I could say I'm better than you. But we put our values in the wrong things. We put our values in cars, traveling, clothes, stuff that doesn't matter. And they don't talk about what their retirement accounts look like. They don't talk about any assets that they own, any assets that are appreciating. They don't talk about anything wealth building. All they talk about is traveling and filling up their passport. And I think that's pretty sad. And then you got women that are mad because countries have laws that restrict what they can wear and how they can act. But yet they still want to go to these countries, act a fool there, and I'm speaking of Dubai particularly, get arrested, and then complain about the laws in the other country. Oh well. But this is just my thought. I just had to make this video. Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell and leave comments in the comment section. I'm out.